everybody, my name is Maddie and welcome to today's Ballet Basics Spring Break at Children's Museum Houston, funded in part by the City of Houston through Houston Arts Alliance. Today, I'll be showing you some new and fun ballet moves. You'll probably need a big open space to dance around in, but if you don't let that discourage you from trying out what you can. And don't forget that before we begin, you should always stretch before you dance. Alright, today I'm going to be showing you some basic ballet jumps. I'm going to show you 3 jumps. We're going to do Sote, Chandramon, and Jete, Petit Chate, and Grand Jete. Let's start with the little jumps, which is going to be a Sote. So for Sote, we're going to start in first position. So remember, that means your heels are together and your toes are turned out. And we're going to start here in bras bas. So it means our arms are low. So we're going to bend and we're going to jump up. And when we jump up, our feet are going to point down. So you're jumping up, but your legs are pointing down. So jump. All right, let's do it one more time. I'm gonna try to do it a little slowly. So plie, and then you're going to spring up and jump. And make sure when you jump, you are going up and down. I know it's going to be tempting to use your body. A lot of people, when they first start jumping, they like to go like this. They like to go like that. So try really hard to not just try to be straight up and down, because that's actually making you use a lot more muscles that you don't need to use. And we just want to stay in the same place. So Sote, Sote, Sote. And after each jump, you want to plie. If you land with your legs straight, then you can maybe hurt your knee. So try to plie each time. And after you plie, that gives you more momentum for you to keep jumping. So let's do it one more time. So Sote, Sote, Sote. And if you notice my feet, each time they come off the ground, they're pointing. We don't want to have lazy feet that aren't pointing. That doesn't look as pretty. So let's try our Sotes one more time. Let's try to do 4 this time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, Sote, 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 Sote. Awesome, good job. And if you keep doing enough of those, you're going to get a nice little workout. And now we're going to move on to our Chandramon. These are also going to be little jumps. So for Chandramon, you're not going to be in first, you're going to start in 5th position. And that means your right leg is going to be forward to the tip of the toe of your left foot. So for this one, it's the same concept. You're going to spring up, straight up and down, and your feet are going to point. But when you're in the air, your legs are going to switch. So watch my hands, and this is what your legs are going to be doing. So you're going to switch, switch, switch. So this is your 5th, and then this is your 5th position. So your right foot is forward. Then when you jump, your left foot will be forward. When you jump, your right foot will be forward. When you jump, left foot. So you're going to keep doing that, and make sure each time your feet come off the ground, you're going to be pointing. So let me show you. So plie and change. And make sure you land and plie again. Plie and change. Plie and change. Plie and change. Now let's try to do 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Change, 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 change. So you notice how my feet change every single time. And when you jump in the air, you kind of want to pretend you're like scooping up so your legs come together. Alrighty, and then for our jetes, we're going to start with the Petit Chate. So for the Petit Chate, you're going to start with your right leg on the ground, and your left leg is going to come behind you. So your ankle is going to touch the back of your calf, and your left foot is going to be pointed. And then you're going to jump to the side. So your legs are going to make like a little V. Make sure your feet are pointed like always. And then you're going to switch. So that means your right foot is going to touch the back of your left calf. So this is what your legs are going to be doing. So like this. Jump little V, switch. Jump little V, switch. Jump little V, switch. All right, let's see if we can do it all together. And Jete, switch. Jete, switch. And remember, after each jump, you're going to plie. So this jump is a little harder because you're only landing on one leg. So you have to make sure you're using your balance each time you're jumping. All right, let's start with your Kuda Plie on our right side, and then we're going to plie, and then we're going to jump, plie. Make sure you don't fall over like I just did. All right, let's try to do 3 in a row. All right, Kuda Plie, and jump, and jump, and jump. And it'll help if your arms come out with your legs too. So you notice that I start here in bras bas, but my arms are gonna come out slightly to a low V. So let's try to do 2 more. Jete, jete. All right, and for our last jump, I'm going to be showing you a grand jete. For this one, both of your legs are going to come off the ground, and you're going to have them be as horizontal as possible. So this one is probably the hardest jump we're going to do for today, but it's also the most fun, and it's usually what you see ballerinas doing on TV or on other videos. So you're going to start off facing to the side, and this is what I find is easier. Sometimes the preparation will be a little different depending on each person, but this is what I like to do. I'm going to bring my right foot forward in tendu, and I'm going to have my arms in the starting position in an L. So my left arm is going to be forward, and my right arm is going to be to my side. And then I'm going to do a chasse. So that's basically a step together step. And it's going to be like a little jump, so your feet are going to come together. So this is chasse. And make sure your feet are pointed when you chasse. So you're going to chasse, step, and you're going to slightly bend, and then that's when you're going to jump off the ground. And when you jump, you're going to bring your right arm up to the side of your head, and then have your left arm come forward in front of you. Or you can also bring your arms in 5th position, which will be this. And when you jump, your instinct will be to look up to where you're jumping to, but you want to try to bring your head forward so everybody can see your pretty face as you jump. And then if you have your arms in 5th position, you probably want to bend your head slightly like this. But that's not the most important part. The most important part is jumping. So I'm going to show you a grand jete. I haven't danced in a long time, remember, so I'm sorry if they're not as impressive as you would like it to be. I might not be jumping as high or have my legs as straight as possible because it's been a long time for me, but the more you practice, then you'll notice that it's easier for you to get your legs to be straight and for you to jump higher. So make sure you keep practicing even if you don't get it right away. And don't forget that when you're jumping that your feet have to always be pointed and for your legs to be straight. So make sure you don't have any bent knees. Okay? So prep, chasse, step, leap. And you notice how my feet are turned out when I jump. So my knee needs to be facing to the side when I'm jumping. You don't want it to be turned down like this. And same thing for your right leg. You don't want it to be like too straight up. You want it to be slightly turned out to the side. Even though nobody can really see that leg, you want to use your turnout every time that you do ballet. If you're doing jazz, your turnout isn't as important, but definitely for ballet, you want to have your feet and legs turned out, and your feet are always pointed. So let's do our grand jete one more time. Alrighty, so now we can review all of our jumps. I hope you had fun with them. And remember, if you don't get them straight right away, then just keep practicing. You'll get the hang of them. So remember, we started with our Sote in 1st position. Jump, jump. And then our Chandramon in 5th position. Switch, switch. And then we did our Petit Chates in our Kuda Plie. And jump, jump. And lastly, we're going to do our grand jete. And that's everything. That's all of our ballet jumps for today. That's all the time we have for today, but you guys did an awesome job, and thank you for dancing with me today at Children's Museum Houston. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to find more awesome videos and to keep practicing. And if you post any of your dance moves, make sure to tag us on social media. My name is Maddie, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!